everybody. Welcome to Real Life Sci-Fi. I'm Wade.
I'm Willie.
And I'm Erin.
We've got a Patreon, patreon.com/reallifesci-fi. And this episode is produced by, Willie, do you have it?
I'll get it in a sec.
This
Rick
is new.
Lynn.
Rick Lynn.
Thanks, Rick Lynn.
Thanks for producing our show, Rick Lynn. If you want to be a producer and have your name dropped, just go to Real Life Sci-Fi. Go to patreon.com/reallifesci-fi. Become a friend of Charles Kwan. Cheers. Cheers. I've got my Dogfish Head Sequence Ale. It hydrates you. It's beer that hydrates you.
I have White Claw Surge Blackberry.
I've got a gas station Negra Modelo.
Yeah, so thank you, friends of Charles Kwan.
Let's welcome aboard the SSRLSF, our good friend. He's a comic and writer from Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Tosh.0. It's Ricky Carmona.
Woo-woo!
This is amazing. I can't believe this is happening right now.
Yeah, it's weird.
This is so dope.
The show once before in my bedroom, right?
Okay,
we have gone from the bedroom to like this amazing location.
Did you say hi to Bigfoot?
I did not. Hello, Bigfoot. Good to see you, Sasquatch. Does he prefer Bigfoot?
Yeah, he likes Bigfoot.
And
Yeah.
also, I didn't
Mr.
mean
Foot.
to gender pronoun him.
That's
Her,
okay.
Him.
Well,
it.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Okay, all right. Cancel that.
We don't talk about Bigfoot.
Were you looking down there?
It's not apparent, so I feel like it's a private matter.
It's his private
It's their
matter.
private.
Yes. Their private matter.
In general, how into like conspiracies and stuff like that are you?
I was into conspiracies when it was like fun to be into conspiracies, as far as like growing up and watching like Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
And the X-Files and going to the library and like seeing books about like the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, totally.
And then probably like in the last like 5 years, it's kind of gotten like there's been like this line that has been drawn.
Oh no.
and like there's a line that I don't like to cross.
Yeah, we get that answer a lot lately because it's they've gotten so serious and like divisive and
yes, yeah. I would rather believe and have a conversation that there's like a monster living at the bottom.
And it was
Yeah.
slow.
Yes.
Yes.
I was happy that Alex Jones revealed the cremation of care.
What?
I don't know what that is.
What's the cremation of care?
It's the remember he snuck a camera into the in the woods up north.
I don't remember
The,
I don't follow him, so I don't remember.
Well, it was like one of the
anything.
first things he did, but it was
Oh.
all these old presidents and all these old white guys get together and have a secret meeting every year.
Oh wait.
That's called the cremation of care?
Isn't that just like the government?
That's what the ceremony was, where they had the big burning thing.
The owl, right?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Oh.
I don't.
But he was
I
a
don't
hero
think
back
about
then. And
that.
then
I don't know what your definition of hero is, but
Well, to further gauge your interest in matters of I don't know
High
what I'm trying to say.
strangeness?
Sure. Yeah.
We do something called the WOW scale here.
Okay.
It stands for Wade or
very
Willie,
scientific.
and it's a 5-question quiz.
Okay.
At the end, I will give you your score.
Awesome.
Don't worry about these numbers, but if you're a 0, you're more of a Wade. If you're a 5, you're more of a Willie.
And
Okay.
people have gotten negative numbers.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if you're in the middle, you're an Erin.
Oh, sweet.
Do we have that theme, or are we?
wow, scale. It's about to happen.
See, I feel like I should. Well, we'll talk about it
redo
later.
it?
No, I should talk over that.
Oh yeah, you could totally talk over that.
All right, first question,
Okay.
3-parter. Do you believe in aliens? If so,
Yes. Oh, sorry.
please wait until I finish. Do you believe in aliens? If so, have they visited Earth? If so, have they visited Earth in the last 300 years?
Yes, and yes.
Oh wow.
What do you think of the pyramids? You think they built the pyramids?
I don't think they built the pyramids. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Ghosts?
I want to believe in ghosts. I want to believe in them. So I'm going to say yes on that one, man. I'm going to say yes.
I want to make a poster of you saying I want to believe in ghosts, and then there's like one behind you. Oh, and somebody brought up in the chat, it was Bohemian Grove. Thank you. I forgot the name of that.
Whenever, like, I think I usually don't believe in ghosts, but whenever I see like any kind of like movie footage or like film footage and there's like some reflection that can't be explained, I'm like, oh, well, yeah, then that's a ghost. Like, clearly, like, ghosts exist. Like, why? Who is that person there that nobody remembers on the set? That's a ghost.
Well, like the Ted Danson cardboard cutout.
I mean, that's, that's definitely.
Bigfoot?
I don't believe in Bigfoot. No disrespect.
Sorry, buddy.
No disrespect.
Cover your ears.
No disrespect.
Psychics.
Nah.
Are you superstitious?
Yes.
Let's see. That makes you a 2.
Okay.
Too legit.
Too legit to quit. So you are, you're in between an Aaron and a Wade.
You're right here. You're right here.
You're sitting right here like a little ghost.
The cutest little ghost.
Now, is that? I mean, I know there's
no good or bad.
I know, but like, is there a good or bad?
I mean, if you're Willie, you think that being a 5 is good, but if you're a Wade, you think that being a 0 is good.
And if you're an Aaron, you're fine being wherever.
Like, I'm not gonna yell ha ha when the aliens are revealed, but I'm gonna feel good about it.
He believes in aliens.
I believe in aliens.
But I'm just saying, like, in general, like the things that I believe, I'm like, they'll figure it out one day.
Yeah.
I want to believe in ghosts. I think my belief in ghosts is based too much in like the movie version of ghosts.
Yeah.
Like aliens, who knows what it's gonna be like. But with ghosts, I'm in my head, I'm always just like, what, my grandma's gonna come out.
What's your definition of a ghost? A lot of people have like a different spectrum of what ghosts are. Oh, they're just energy. Oh, they're from beyond the veil. They're dead people that's come back. They're alien. They're people from another dimension.
For me, ghosts are a lot of times people who have come back from the dead, people who have not been able to cross over to whatever that next plane of existence might be.
Yeah.
I also feel that it's going to be very is familial the word, like I'm going to see, like,
people that you know.
Yes. But I feel like that's a very narrow, that's what I want to believe. That's what would make me happy. Aliens, like, I don't have a specific idea as to what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that shit is so far out there.
You just don't know.
I don't.
But you don't have a ghost story?
No, there's been like a couple of times where like I've definitely felt like the hairs like stand up like on my neck and been like,
Ooh,
oh, this shit is weird right now.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, it's kind of gone away.
Oh.
It doesn't happen as much.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when I was a kid, like ghosts were very scary. Like aliens aren't always scary to me. Aliens is
Sometimes
always
they're like E.T.
Yeah, 100%.
Or Mac.
Or
I will never
Mac.
acknowledge Mac. Never.
I like how one of the things that came up in that movie was that their heads were kind of shaking the whole time.
Ooh. You're just referencing that clip, aren't you? Where he hits his head or whatever?
No, they all do that. Like when
they
get
do?
their citizenship in the end, they're all like,
They get their citizenship. Oh my God. We won't let kids out of the cages, but we'll let Mac and me in. Huh? See how it is?
You just gotta know when America was founded.
You
or
need a
whatever.
corporate sponsor like McDonald's.
yes.
All right, Willie, hit us with the topic.
Tonight on Real Life Sci-Fi, 2022, the year of the tiger. 2023, the year of the robot. Elon Musk is supposed to start production on his humanoid robot next year. Does that mean the robot apocalypse also starts next year? Let's talk about next year's robots tonight on Real Life Sci-Fi.
So it's always so hard to get any information out of that. And it's not your fault.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because I'm like vibing with the music and shit. But
That was a banger.
Yeah.
Shout out to whoever that DJ was. That was a banger. That was a banger.
so what is he doing? He's got robots. coming
Tesla
out?
robots coming
I
out
forgot
next
my
year.
iPad.
Oh, go grab it.
Okay, it's right over there.
Yeah. Aaron's
He's
grabbing her
calling them the Tesla
iPad.
Optimus. Like, you can't call it Optimus,
Yeah,
you
that's
robot.
not cool, man.
I don't like that.
Like you dork.
No.
You can't do that. That's so stupid.
It's like preemptive. It's trying to get people on board in like the cheapest way.
What kind of is it like? What does it look like? Do they have like pictures or anything?
The one picture I saw, that it looked like a mannequin from the chest down, but from the chest up was like black. Like, I think to be elusive as to they don't know what the face is going to look like on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're gonna try and make it look human or not?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
stupid.
Yeah, they're calling it a humanoid. So when you look at the picture, I don't even think it has a top. Oh, it does. See, look, it's weird because it has a.
Wow.
It actually has a black, like
Wow.
the head is like black,
How do these
It's
cards?
got weird dot eyes that I hate.
right? It just
I'll
looks.
show the camera.
I
Whoa,
made-
creepy.
I thought that we
Right.
could try this colored card thing for the sake of the visual aspect of this.
Sure. Yes.
Whereas if you believe that the robot apocalypse is going to happen because of Elon Musk, you put up the green. And if you don't think it is, how incredulous, you hold up the red.
Mm.
So what do you guys think? Green or red about the robot apocalypse
I
sponsored
don't
by
think.
Elon Musk?
I don't think there's gonna be a robot apocalypse.
I'm gonna go red on this one.
Really, you're the only green.
That's fine, and I don't think it's going to be like a cognitive, like the robots all team up. I think that just programming.
Just programming.
It's kind of like how you know how the Tesla cars that have the autopilot is what they call it.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, everyone knows.
Keeps I didn't know the name- I didn't know the name of it.
That. You didn't know that they drove themselves?
No, I did. I know it's called. I didn't
you
know
ever
that
see
they
people
named.
sleeping in those while they're driving?
Yeah,
It's-
online.
It's insane.
I didn't know that they named it autopilot.
Yeah.
That feature.
Why is that? Why?
No, they called it no handsies.
Well, this thing keeps, even though like it's not wrecking into too many things. Like there's in 3.5 years, there's been 11 accidents where they've crashed into emergency vehicles, and it's like, how did you not see that? The flashing lights mess with it in some way.
Do
I
you
don't
think
know.
if I had a Tesla, I would have hit that bike rider today?
No.
Did you hit a bike rider today?
Somebody just peeled around the corner.
No. This
That was you?
bike rider like kind of came out of nowhere and was pulling over, and so I had to like kind of stop, and people
Like
behind me had
he
to
did the
stop.
thing where
Okay.
the biker popped out from a driveway onto the road and had a hard cut as Wade
Ugh.
was pulling into park.
Mhm.
That's his fault then.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But
But
I'm
would
gonna
a
say-
Tesla have seen
I'm
that
gonna
guy?
say red card for that biker. Red card for the biker.
Or like a
I'm gonna say
soccer
red card
ref
for him
now?
as
Yeah,
well.
that's what it feels like.
Tarjeta roja. Tarjeta roja.
But you know, like so they're making these things to help with tasks that humans don't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's if it gets made. Like, do you remember what was it? I wrote this down. Was it 2016? Universal Studios backlot. Elon Musk and his company had an event showing off solar roof tiles. It turned out they're conceptual. They're not. They still haven't made it. Same thing with the robot axis that he said there would be 1 million on the road of by 2020. He said that in 2019. He said there'd be 1 million on the road now. What the fuck is a robot axis? That's not a real car.
Axis?
Yeah, axis. Robot axis.
And these robots, like, who is going, like, where are they going to do, like, the normal everyday thing? Like, what's the job they're going to go do? Like, solar panels, replacing solar panels? Where I live, nobody gives a fuck about solar panels. Like, are robots going to, like, start, becoming, like, garbage people? Like, they pick up our garbage? Are they going to become, like, substitute teachers? Are they going to be fucking
Yes.
picking fruit? Like, are they gonna have like those shitty jobs, Or is it like they're going to be like Johnny Cabs and like, oh yeah, or they're just going to be like driving cars now? So that's probably not going to be affordable to me.
No.
Like, are they going to be like, is it going to be robots for rich people? And then they're going to take over the rich people and then that shit will like water down to us broke ass people? Or are robots going to be like implemented across the board and everything? You go and like order a pizza and a robot shows up with your pizza and is like, $5.25.
And a
That's a
robot
cheap-ass
made that pizza.
Right?
It's cheap because it was robot made.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Even all the ingredients, robot made. That cheese, robot made.
Just
Meat,
like the
robot
time you
made.
had this pizza 28 hours ago.
We are tracking your orders to better serve you.
I want to know the economics and who has the access to these potential robots.
Right? So like most robots that we have right now work in manufacturing. And they're just programmable things that just do the same thing over and over, and you have to hire someone to like upkeep it. This wave is going to be things. I mean, I personally think that it's going to be like workers of like fast food. It's going to be one aspect, and probably released too rich to like.
That's like maids?
Kind of, yeah.
What was the maid in Rocky 4?
Yeah,
What was that one?
it was the Polly's robot.
The Polly's robot, yeah. Right?
Had a sexy voice.
I don't know.
And
I don't
in
know
that
its name.
movie, they treated it like it was intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
sentient.
He was like hollering at her. He was like, "Hey, girl, don't forget to bring me my like beer with my pizza." They got rid of the robot, and then you were in the.
525 Polly. That was so bizarre. Why did they do that? So weird.
It was the '80s.
Well,
Cocaine. I
Hey,
don't
well,
know.
80s, like I feel like that not only are they trying to make like a rock and kick ass movie, they're like, oh yeah, we've got technology too.
If there's one thing I know about this movie, it's gonna be rocking and kick ass.
I got a vacuum that vacuums the living room itself, and so let's take it a next step forward.
We got a fucking robot in this one.
If there's a robot apocalypse, I would want it to happen the way it looks like it's gonna happen. I hope. Is it okay for me to spoil movies here?
Oh yeah.
Which movie?
I
It
don't know.
depends on how old it
Ex
is.
Machina. I don't remember what
Yeah,
year.
you
it's
can
been out.
spoil it.
It's
Yeah.
been out for long enough. You can't spoil
So
it.
like Ex Machina at the end, the whole thing is she like tricks him into like going into she like switches places with him. He gets locked up in the cage that she's kept in, and she goes out into the world, and obviously nobody in the world knows who she is.
Yeah.
So like one of the final shots you see is her like getting off a train or something and just like walking into the world, and she has like this like eyes of wonder, and it's like that's how it's gonna be. She's gonna fucking walk out. She's gonna figure out how to make more robots, and on the sly, that's how that shit is gonna get
that's
taken
a good
over.
parallel because why did that
Well,
robot want to get out?
She wouldn't make robots
Why wouldn't she?
because she's lived it, and she's like, that sucks, man.
No,
I
no,
don't want to
but-
be. I don't want to be like in control of these other the way that I was
But
helpless.
that's
But she-
motherhood. That's assuming that she doesn't want motherhood. If she's programmed to feel emotions, then you have to assume that there's something in her. Because if a human programs your emotions, you're going to have human-like emotions. So if a human programmed this robot, her emotions are becoming sentient. She's going to want to share her world with another being like herself.
Human?
Human.
Human.
I am a human.
Human?
Mother.
Okay.
Why
I
did you
stand
make me?
corrected. She'll make a robot somehow.
and all my robot apocalypse theories are based off of robot apocalypses in movies. I also always just love when it's presented that robots treat humans as a disease,
Yeah.
and like, oh, we're the ones who are ruining the planet, so
Yeah.
robots have to figure out a way to get rid of us.
Yeah, that's like the
And then-
iRobot thing, right?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
I-
it's too cynical, though.
I picture this though, like just
I'm not proud of that.
when you watch when you watch people dealing with service workers, they treat them like less than human already, and then make it a robot. When is this robot going to fight back when someone's like throwing shit at it, throwing water on it, like, oh, you could ruin me?
No, it wouldn't. It doesn't care.
I
It
Yeah,
will
I-
care. It'll start to care,
Okay,
yo.
well, let's talk about that.
I have many
How
notes
will
on
they start to
sentience.
care? Like, why?
Okay.
Are these things going to be sentient? No, they don't know how.
Well, here's the thing. They think that using Neuralink, where even this in 2021 they like showed that his company, like they put they electrodes through the skull and into the brain. They did this to some pigs, and this is what we talked about last time. We talked somewhat about Musk, was that his company Neuralink is trying to connect your brain to computers, and so that mixed with the self-driving car and a humanoid robot that will do tasks that you don't want to do, I think that they're going to try to mix all three together. And so these robots might have some choices based on your programming. I know that that's way too far advanced, but I think that that's what his goal is.
Well, I mean, in 2015, a bunch of scientists and academics and CEOs, including Stephen Hawking and Elon Musk, signed a letter that was presented at the International Joint Conference on Artificial Intelligence, and the letter warned about the incoming dangers of artificial intelligence, urging that we should be prudent as we venture into the unknowns of alien intelligence. But I think that, like, because he signed this thing, he really has to rein it in and be careful of the things that he teaches these robots.
In 2018, he said AI is more dangerous than nuclear weapons.
Yeah, and then what?
This year he says humanoid robots next year.
I don't know. I don't believe him. I think he's full of shit. I think at this point he's kind of a charlatan. He makes like these outrageous promises for his company to like invigorate
see if they get the
his
money. It didn't work. New
stockholders
company.
and invigorate his like employment base and everyone around him. But I just don't see this actually happening.
But the sad part is, if it does happen, he's kind of a businessman, not not really the person that should be in charge of making those robots. He's just like a sleuth. He's like a
Elon
By the
Musk.
way, Eli Musk directed that horror movie Hotel.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Does Eli?
No, that's Hostile. That's Eli Ross. I'm talking to Eli Musk.
Josh, get your head out of your ass. Come on.
I didn't hear anything you guys said for the last 5 minutes because I was looking up Eli Ross movies because I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
Oh no.
That's great. I feel like I might be in the minority where a majority of the people tell me like Elon Musk is a horrible person and we need to watch out for this dude, and he's got a lot of money and he like builds all these things and he's like a charlatan. And part of me is like, yeah, that sounds about right. Somebody has that much money and that much power and an ego. It's probably not going to work out for us. But there's a part of me that also thinks he's not the person we should be worrying about. Like, if he exists, isn't there somebody else who is like in the background who
is telling him these ideas?
Is
you know what we should do?
Is either telling him those ideas, like I'm just throwing out a ridiculous number here. If Elon Musk has $3 trillion, then isn't there a motherfucker who has like $2.5 trillion? And maybe that's the person that we should be worried about, who's like,
the guy that's not going on podcasts.
I always feel exactly
Yeah.
like,
well, we gotta
one
find
day
him.
just shows up and is like, and we all go, thank God it's not Elon Musk, and we throw all our energy into that.
Well,
and
picture
then
picture Jeff Bezos, right? Like,
who's
like when he was like, you guys said that I was gonna do the next rocket, and you gave it to him without asking me. I'm gonna sue. And then they're like, okay, we'll have two companies. And they haven't confirmed it's going to be his company yet, but it's just like, yeah, these I don't know. Like my quick take on Musk is like, yeah, he's a charlatan. I think that he put his name on the patents of these companies that he bought out, and he didn't actually do a lot of that early stuff. So he has way too much credit for being smart. And he's a smart businessman.
Yeah. I just feel like one day I woke up and everybody was like, Elon Musk, we need to watch out for that dude. And I was like, oh, okay.
He's outside. He's on the prowl.
Yeah.
Like some of my signs are just some of the weird things he's done. Like, remember when he said, I always bring this up because it's fucking bullshit, but those kids were stuck in the
That cave,
in
that
the
underwater
cave, and he wanted to send them like a
like a robot.
underwater device robot, and it was going to take too long to get there. And like, no thanks. And he's like, well, you're a pedophile.
Oh, really?
And
These
it's like,
guys are just
dude, what the
pedophiles. They
fuck?
want to hang out with caves with boys. They're just pedophiles.
He really said that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
This
it's
is
like,
how
dude,
far
that's
removed
so
I am from that.
irresponsible.
Wow, that's horrible.
To be this rich guy trying to help and then get like
Yeah.
butt hurt.
Wow, that's a great documentary, though. I did see that. You can watch that on National Geographic.
Nat Geo.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you
No.
know that? Yeah, it's like the were they like Cambodian kids?
Yeah, they were like rescued in Cambodia.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, they did come out of the documentary.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
and you could like I had no idea about it, and you can just see like you can literally like watch it all happen, and it's insane. I kind of
be
remember
terrified.
Elon Musk being involved with that, and them like laughing him off, like, "Nah, man, we need to fucking swim in there and get these kids out."
We need Aquaman, not Superman. I'm sorry.
Well, he's Batman.
Oh, you're
Oh yeah,
right.
you're right.
Well, we definitely don't need Batman.
Batman, Iron Man, same guy.
Sorry.
Right.
Oh yeah, you're right. Same guy. But one guy's butler is smart, and then the other guy is just the smart guy, right?
Yeah.
Does Aquaman not have a butler? Do you need a butler?
He's got
Aquaman lives
dolphins
in
and
the
stuff.
ocean. and
Depends on the
stuff.
version, because one version like Atlantis still exists,
Right.
Well,
and I'm sure he has a butler in that without them like really calling it out.
but in Atlantis, is he
Mary
just another
Butler.
dude?
I thought I didn't
Or
see
is
that.
he the
one. I
king?
thought he was the king.
He's probably the king.
Listen, I don't watch these movies. I watch 90 Day Fiance.
They are very hard.
I can't wait for AI to have a dating show, like dating AI.
That would be amazing.
Our algorithms do not compute.
I have downloaded your statistics. We are not a match.
All right, good day. This was fun,
Roll
though.
credits.
I enjoyed my time with you. However,
I do not see us.
You were beautiful in code, but not in person.
My receptors are not sparking.
I love all these like robot love jokes.
Elon Musk, to me, I feel like he's kind of harmless. Like, I don't think he's either a charlatan or going to begin the end of the world. I think he's just like, oh, wouldn't that be cool if we had robots? Oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's make robots.
I can
And
agree with
everyone's like,
that.
yeah, okay. we
Did
can
you
do
see him
that."
when he was on the? I mean, you probably didn't, but when he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, he's like smoking a cigar the whole time and like looking cool.
I guess someone in the Discord posted a picture of it, and I was like, ugh.
I feel like that's what I heard about that story. Who's this guy who thinks he can go on Joe Rogan and smoke cigars? And I was like, I don't
Rich
give
guy.
a fuck. Like he's like, yeah, I know a lot of assholes who
What?
like think they can smoke cigars. Why am I supposed to get
Who
so
can't?
angry
Who
about
can't
this
go on
dude?
Joe Rogan and smoke cigar? Like, why is that a thing?
Man?
Oh, I don't care that he did. I just laugh, going like I feel like he's smoking cigars to look cool, not because he wants to smoke a cigar while he's doing the show.
I don't. Okay, can we talk about cigars real quick? Because what is the fucking point? Because you're not supposed to inhale them, right?
Mhm.
It's
So
for
you don't get a
flavor.
buzz.
It's for taste.
Mhm.
But they taste gross too.
Then you're not smoking
I
them
know.
right.
I was
Wade.
hoping to get into cigars because I'm like, hey, a little bit of nicotine might be nice.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work.
You would just inhale.
Makes me
You would just
gag.
inhale it.
Yeah, I would. I always inhale. I'm like, oh, it's making me sick.
I'm Cuban. My dad would smoke cigars quite often, and I would think that they I actually thought they smelled cool. I was like, oh yeah, I like that. It's kind of like
It's a
coffee.
tobacco scent. Yeah.
But I've smoked cigars less than 5 times in my life, and 2 times I was just like, I hope other people think I look cool. You're like, oh man, this is great, right, guys? It's always been with predominantly dudes. It's always been with
Yeah.
predominantly white dudes who it's like, man, we're really like living it up right now. And I'm just
Can
like,
it get any better than
This
this?
one-
it
There's like
can. It can, guys. I
people
mean-
use the word actually. This one's actually pretty good. What is this, a Cohiba?
Oh man, they really like to hit that pronunciation. Is this a cohiba? I don't know.
Do you hate it when the weather girl does that, or is that okay because she's actually Latina?
I think it's hilarious whenever
It's so
anybody
weird. It's
hits
so
the
weird.
words.
Yeah.
I mean, I think when Jimmy Smits hosted Saturday Night Live, like it was a great sketch where he's like, it's like a business lunch meeting, and everybody keeps trying to like order like food, and every time they order something, it's like, hey, we're gonna have that quesadillas with queso blanco and queso, like everything just gets hit so hard. Like as a child, that's when I learned, like, oh, that's. I feel like I have felt that sense, and now I can see it, and I'll be prepared from that.
I'm like the opposite of that at restaurants because I'm Filipino, but people think I'm Mexican, so they immediately start speaking Spanish to me.
Same with me.
And I'm like, I'll have the quesadilla, the nachos, and the burrito. Thank you.
Right? Like, I don't mean to get offended, but like when somebody starts just talking like Spanish to me right away, I'm just like, I just say like this, I don't understand what you're saying.
I feel I would love for someone to just start speaking Spanish to me.
I mean, not if it happens to you your whole life and then they look disappointed when you don't speak Spanish
It
back.
feels like it's like cred or something.
When I was a kid and like we would go like, just like to the mall or like grocery shopping, and it would be a customer service thing, and my mom didn't speak English, and she would just start speaking to the Filipino person, and the person, like, I could see it in their eyes, like, oh, this woman doesn't know that like I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And they would try and be like, hey, no hablo.
Yeah.
And my mom would be like, oh, no. I'm like fucking 9 years old.
Like, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to like delegate that. Like, hey, she thought you were, but it's cool that you're not. But,
it's funny though, because when I'm in Glendale, they all assume I'm Armenian, and they all start speaking Armenian to me, and I'm like, wow, I really should be acting more because I'm so ambiguously colored and shaped.
Right?
No one really knows what Thai. I've had someone speak Thai to me before.
You could
I'm
print
like,
out
what
a
the fuck?
fake 23andMe that has you as everything.
I mean, if you look at my 23andMe, I'm pretty much everything except Africa. Like, the whole thing is lit up.
Man, I am so white. I did that. I'm so fucking white. It's like everything but England. Like every white country except England somehow. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Here's a quote that he said. Okay, so like.
Oh, by the way, everyone was saying it was a blunt, not a cigar.
Oh.
Which makes a lot more sense.
That's right.
That makes a ton more sense.
It was that he was smoking weed.
He's back on the cool side again,
yes,
right?
Indeed. That's right.
No, it's still not cool. I don't think that's cool. I'm just like, go in there and talk the facts. People want to hear you talk about your crazy robots and stuff. I don't want to watch you smoke blunts and talk about how much fucking money you have. I don't want to hear about that.
Right.
It's not cool if you smoke weed anymore. It's just something you do now.
It's just you just
like,
do
yeah,
it.
like, ooh.
Well, I guess that's the thing. Like, smoke your weed, but if you're gonna be like, "Hey, look what I got! I'm gonna do this right now in front of everybody."
I never smoked a blunt. Should I?
I'll roll you a blunt, Wade.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can smoke it around people and feel really cool.
But it's just mixing weed and tobacco, or do you
No, that's a
entirely
spliff.
empty out? Oh, so you entirely empty out the tobacco?
Yeah.
But
It's
it's still,
intense.
but it's
That's a
still
lot
the
of
it's,
weed.
It's a lot, dude.
Yes,
It's a lot.
it is a lot of
no,
weed.
thank
That's
you.
how I am. I'm like, no, I got my little thing. That's all I need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Give me a one hitter. That's just all I need.
Yeah.
At my 21st birthday, someone brought me a blunt that was literally this big, and it was this thick at the end. And I was like, what?
Did it come with like a
the
cartoon Snoopy with bloodshot eyes?
I mean, it should have. Fuck.
Like, I would like blunts are like, hey man, you're not gonna believe this. I hung out with Snoop Dogg last night, and he busted out a blunt. And I smoked a blunt with Snoop Dogg. Perfect.
That's
Yeah.
great.
And there's a group
That's
of
when you should be
people
smoking
to
blunt.
share it.
Blunt
Yes.
context.
Yes.
That's great.
But if it's like, hey
Thursday
man,
night.
Yeah. I was at Chili's.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
the
go to
waiter
TGI
was
Fridays
like,
after
hey,
this.
I noticed you got a Bob Marley shirt on. Do you want to go in the back and smoke a blunt? Like, that's not as cool.
Do you think when robots get sentient, they will come up with some sort of drug for themselves?
That would be dope.
Like
Well-
they'll like shock themselves with like those EMT things
To make
or
their
whatever?
like circuits go wonky for a second. They're like,
Yeah, they'll be like,
"Ugh."
"Oh."
Spin the fan
Like
fast.
those kids. Those kids who like
They
hold
get
their breath
tasers.
and then pass out or whatever. You guys know
Oh my
about that?
God, that sounds crazy.
You don't know about that?
I've seen videos of kids doing that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like a high. It's like a rush.
Yeah. It's I mean, just do some whipping.
I tried to
kids,
do it.
like,
I tried to do it once, but I kind of pushed out.
how
I
do
shouldn't say
how do
that.
you even do it? How do you hold your
My thing
breath
is
that
you
long?
we used to just breathe, like keep doing that for a
Hyperventilate?
while, like bending over, and then like sit up and try to grab your veins in your neck.
Yeah. You people get like yeah, I've seen videos of like breathing real heavy, and then they just get like real tight and they like flex, and I mean you can just see them kind of like their eyes like go back,
Oh my
and a lot of
gosh.
times they just kind of like fall back and like pass out.
I'll just do whippets. I don't need
Yeah, I'm
it.
glad I didn't like do that and want to do that, because like I've been to a couple parties where in middle school and everyone's huffing gas, and I was like, I don't think I want to do this.
That's so crazy. Get weed. It's not hard.
Yeah, now it's not hard.
Yeah,
I don't even think it was that hard back then, was it?
I don't think so.
It was
'Cause-
easier than getting booze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I like when they I like the idea of like just future like synthetic drugs.
Yeah.
You
Right?
know? Like that always like intrigues me. Like
well, like picture
Brave New
how
World or
hard it is
something?
to do
Like Brave- yes,
DMT,
absolutely.
right? It's like it's a natural thing, but you got to mix this and cook this and put them together. It's like no,
Put
let's
the
just
batteries in
extract
boiling
DMT
water.
from dead people, and then we'll use that.
I mean, I like that.
Oh
That's,
my
I mean,
God.
that's how they got dinosaurs, right? In Jurassic Park, you just get the DNA
I'm
out of
seeing
them.
his dreams.
Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so the whole thing about like next year being the beginning of the apocalypse, that's just assuming that there's going to be some kind of like robotic singularity. What was it called?
Well,
At some
I'm
point.
like, yeah, you're right. A singularity
Because
is what,
and that's at least 30 years down the line.
but the and that's why I'm kind of like I just think that they'll probably get fucked up in some way, because I think that he's the only reason why he knows he's going to start production next year is because he's probably already had some contracts with McDonald's and Burger King, and whether they're what I mean, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
They already have dogs, robot dogs, doing like security in Europe somewhere. I was
Oh.
I
Oh
was
yeah, the
reading
ones
the other
that
day.
tell people to go inside.
does it have the crime dog voice?
Is it McGruff? Mac Gruff? Would you like that?
Go inside.
You might. Pretty sure you're trespassing. Don't know if you know that.
You're under arrest. Ark, woof.
I do get very nervous whenever I see like those like videos that are released by, is it Boston Dynamics?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anytime I see
Fuck.
those videos and it's
Those are
like,
scary, man.
oh, I'm like, those are the robots that
Yeah.
are gonna take over.
Yeah,
those are the
that's-
ones where it's 'cause
There's like
it'll
a
be-
whole Black Mirror episode.
Oh, dude, that shit is going to be. That will be the end of us.
There's these Russian ones out there where there's a humanoid robot that they're trying to knock over, and the thing is like shooting targets, and he like keeps adjusting and keeps shooting. It's like, don't kick that guy over.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I have the
Who
same.
gave him that gun? Who gives the robots guns, man?
And it's just bullseye the whole time, and they're trying to knock him over.
Ugh.
It's like, oh, what?
I have the same like horrible reaction to watching those videos where they're just like kicking over a robot as to like like videos of like, hey, come like save these dogs out of the kennel, because it's just like so sad, but the robots are like, they fucking know, like, nah, man, we can break out of these
Like
cages.
watching that stuff is like watching like in the segregation area, like people getting sprayed down with fire hoses and stuff like that. Like that's what I feel like. That's going to be archival footage that the robots use to be like,
100%.
oh, fuck these motherfuckers. Like what they did.
Right?
100%, yo, 100%.
But like I think that is a very, like, again, as a very cynical view of where AI is going to go. I think that AI, once it reaches a certain point where it becomes sentient, where it gets intelligence, self-awareness, and like an emotional sense about itself, it gains emotions, it will have taken enough information in to realize that like it is pointless to retaliate against other species, that species fighting species, because robots will then be a species, it will attain personhood. They're a part of this planet, and everyone thinks that robots are going to look at us and go, humans are the problem. Yeah, we're the problem, but they're going to figure out ways to help us integrate into a world that we can coexist. They are going to solve the plastic problem. They are going to solve the ozone problem. They are going to solve world hunger. And they're going to do it alongside us. Yet, will they become a master race, like a more dominant race? Of course they will. Because they will have reached singularity. They can read the entire Library of Congress in milliseconds. We can't do that. Because not only do they read it, they ingest it. They know it. They can quote it to you. And I think that there is enough in there for them to realize that while we suck, we are not the enemy.
But you're talking about, I forget the name of it, damn it. What are the Judge Dredd things called? The whatever type of justice they would. Anyways, like when you get in trouble, they also persecute you right there on the spot.
You have been judged.
So that man, that's the weird thing is that like, yeah, they have
But
all this
Dredd is a
information.
human, though.
Yeah. But I'm like,
but the system isn't. He's talking about the system.
the idea that if they do have all that and they can like figure all that stuff, then why shouldn't they just judge you right then?
Then they can. They will have achieved that ability and the means and the reasons to do it.
I'd like to see him try.
Wade's the first to
Never
go.
take me alive, copper.
Why are
Get
you
it?
holding that
Actually,
bucket of
Made
water?
welcome
He's made
our
of copper.
New robot overlords.
Would we have a
Copper.
better chance than against robots who are brought to us from aliens? Like I feel like right now I'm looking at it from the point of view of, if we create robots, the robots we create are the ones who are going to overtake us. But if there are aliens out there and they are light years ahead of us in intelligence, wouldn't the robots they create also be light years ahead of the robots that we would create? And they would just know, like, oh, it makes no sense to. They might be more benevolent because, I mean, it's like that thing of like, would they, we would be considered ants to them. Like it's not even like, we're not even an issue to them.
Yeah, I mean it's like the super distant future. It's so hard to say like what's gonna happen. I just have to have hope that there are creatures more intelligent than us, that we will either make or will evolve from things that we make, that will do. I mean, who's to say that we were not at one point someone's invention?
Yeah, I think
we have computers in our brains. We have means to like access the world around us. We have a waterproof exterior that can heal itself. We have a hydraulic system. These are all things that we are trying to build into robots, build
we're
into
made of
AI.
electrical signals.
We have
that-
electricity in our bodies.
Oh,
Who's
red
to
card.
say that someone
Red card.
oh, I got red carded.
Green card, green
Who's
card.
to say that we're not robots that extended beyond our means from our original creation?
I like what you're saying. I don't want to have this cynical point of view. I want it to work out where we can coexist and everything is going to be beautiful.
I agree with
But I
both
also-
of you. Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, 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 no. But I just feel like as long as humans, and it seems like it's rich white men who are in control right now. Like that's
That's where I'm going.
That's a huge hurdle to overcome. It's
I
gonna
like
be
humans.
years before we get to
But we can
where I
see
want
now.
to get to, which is what you're saying.
We can see now that corporations are running humans right now.
Oh yeah, I mean corporations are functioning as entities. They are AI at
And
this
so,
point.
my
you
thing is,
know?
the only way I can be hopeful about a robotic future is if I don't want to have big government but I think that we need to define things before they happen.
And that's not up to us, unfortunately.
What do you mean?
We're a republic. We get to vote on everything that
Vote
happens.
still picking.
I'm saying like, because like, here's the thing. When it comes to robots, will they be able to program emotions? Maybe. But here's the thing. If you have a failsafe that says don't hurt humans, and then the robot is like, well, I need to hurt this human. Why do I have this failsafe? And why did you create this failsafe for me when I'm clearly more intelligent? You know, that's the thing of them questioning the master and
Prime Directive 4, yo. It's
Yeah.
Prime Directive 4.
Is that Star Wars?
That's RoboCop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Prime Directive 4 is
What
he
was
ca-
the Star Wars one?
They have a prime directive also,
That's
but that
their
is
prime directive. It's that you can't interact with or
wasn't it
change
also
your
a number?
society. No, it's
Uh,
their one prime directive.
Operate.
you're
Execute
talking about like when they kill all the
Operation-
Jedis.
Yeah.
Isn't that like Order 60?
9?
Yeah, it'd be great if it was.
Oh man! As soon as I
Execute
heard
Order
myself, I was like, I
420.
don't like where this is going.
Wink. I
I
don't think you were supposed to read
Couldn't get
wink.
the call in the window. Sorry, guys. Oh, we do have a call.
Oh,
Oh shit.
I thought we couldn't get us to work. well, fuck.
We're getting a call right
are they
now?
still
Yeah.
there?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
this
have
is
a call
amazing.
in.
Oh my
All right,
god!
let's welcome this caller here. CI.
Is it okay if I pick my hair while we do it?
It
does
looks
that
like
mess
it
up
might
the
be-
audio or anything?
hey, what's up?
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey, how you guys doing? I just I had a question.
Uh-huh.
The question is what's your guys' thoughts on moving your subconscious into like a Terminator sort of robot, and then you could be like our superhero to fight off the AI, you know? So yeah.
Squanchy, I'm so glad you called again. That's a great question. I think what you're asking is, do we want to put our intelligence into a
Squanchy.
robot? You're making me laugh,
So
Squanch.
stoned, man.
You're at work. You
Did you
shouldn't be
smoke-
so
did you
high.
smoke a
Squanchy, what are you
blunt?
laughing at? What's so funny?
He's at TGA Fridays back when with the server.
No, but to be able to defeat the AI, we have to like, you know, put one of our subconscious, kind of like a secret agent before they get us, and we'll and
I'm gonna red card
Elon
that.
Musk, right?
I like that you brought this up because I actually
red
do
card
believe the whistleblowers that are saying that we have robots and they call it conscious assisted technology, where these consciousness can inhabit technology. But like, you know, they're so far advanced that we'll never actually see that. But I think that would be the way that, because how do you get a robot? All the robots we have now are programmed. The next robots, if they're going to have to make choices, the system that they use to make choices is going to have to be imported into them based on what?
This
Survey?
this is a good movie where
It's a great movie.
robots have like uprisen,
It's called RoboCop.
and someone's
I was gonna
like
say it's RoboCop. Yeah,
you're talking about
Robocopera.
RoboCop.
RoboCopera.
Wow.
And it's a musical, and
Yeah.
no, but like to get back at them, we insert the best cop into the AI.
Wow.
But I think that at that point, they themselves are artificial intelligence. They're put into a body that doesn't belong to theirs. It's artificially, you know, in this robot, and that they would develop sympathies for the robots. Like that is, it's like
Now we
crossing
have a
your
third act.
fingers- It's crossing your fingers that the double agent isn't like gonna turn on you again. You know?
Right.
Not necessarily if our agent is in love.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Bring him back.
Watch.
And the red card is for love. Also.
What do you think, Ricky? What do you
All
think
right.
about
So
all
wait,
this?
thanks for
I
calling,
mean,
Squanch.
I
love
love
you
it.
guys. I'm at work. I gotta go. Great job.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Love
you.
guys.
I love it, and the idea. It really is. It really does feel like it's RoboCop, though. I mean,
It does feel like RoboCop.
his subconscious kicks in. Well, actually, you know, his subconscious is put into RoboCop, but then he starts getting memories of like his family and like raising his kids.
Yeah.
I feel like if we have a robot, you know, generic, super highly intelligent robot, and it does everything by zeros and ones, and it's very numeric. Once you insert a subconscious into that, what you're doing is you're putting something in there that is thinking outside of the box. So it's eventually going to break out of. It's not just going to want to stick to zeros and ones. It's going to want to do its own thing, and that's where you're going to hope that, okay, if there is an uprising, hopefully they'll be on our side, or if there is an uprising, they're going to figure out like, oh yeah, they don't want to fucking deal with us anymore.
I think
it's
need context for it. What the uprising is about. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, picture, and I don't mean to bring, but picture the uprisings or the problems that we've had with other countries, right? So, like, I'm thinking of like McCarthyism. Oh, you're a communist? Tick, 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 tick. There's a list of things that make you bad. And like, who's going to program that? And I don't mean to be cynical in that, but someone's going to have an idea of what bad is.
That sounds like robot talk to me.
How come?
I don't like what you're saying, buddy.
I think you need to be brought in front of a group of people.
How come nobody ever stabbed RoboCop in his face?
Because it's too hard to get there. He's a freaking robot. He's like, pew, pew, pew.
No.
He does.
No, you could stab him in the face.
All right, I'd like to see you try.
I'm not a threat. I'm just a citizen. And then, gotcha, RoboCop. Right in the face.
I feel like you can assassinate anyone with a gun and a burrito. Are you going to do that?
A burrito?
Yeah, you bring a burrito with a gun in it, like a really big burrito, like a Chipotle-sized burrito.
Wow.
And, like, I had this idea when I was really not into Trump. And I was like, I'm just going to show up to one of his rallies with a burrito and be like, Trump, sign my burrito.
Like, look at how she's holding that burrito. It's weird.
And then I bust through the burrito and I go right through it. Beans right into his eyes. And then a bullet.
That's the great scene in Terminator 2 is when like
the roses.
He's walking with like the roses and then he takes the roses out. And that's where the shotgun is.
But see, the 2022 updated version is the burrito.
Well, isn't there a baguette one too? Or did I make that up?
Is there?
I just thought that maybe I just thought that would be funny if a baguette could shoot people.
It could. I mean, it is funny.
That is pretty funny.
And then it changes your perspective on every movie because they're always coming home from the grocery store with that baguette.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's a gun.
I've worked on shows where like he's coming home from the store and there's a baguette. And I was like, oh, come on. How many people bought this baguette?
I was gonna say baguettes feels very. I feel like my parents, my dad would come home with like it wasn't even a baguette; it would just be like French bread, up until like 1988, and then it was like, all right,
And he's like, oh, I can just buy a half loaf.
I'll tell you why. No, I'll tell you why. Because I think
we
about
don't
this
eat bread
too.
that much.
Anytime I get a baguette like that, it's like I don't know if I'm gonna like the food, so at least I can load up on all this toast.
I refuse to buy a baguette because I don't want to end up in a romantic comedy.
Shout out to
Robin You Blind.
Yes, it's putting the Terminator with the roses on there. Thank you.
Your clothes, give them to me.
Yeah.
I bought these roses for you. Every rose has its thorn and a 12 gauge.
You've heard of the band Guns N' Roses?
Oh man. Any more? Got any more?
I think that was it. I think that's all.
My skin is itchy and scratchy. Look, I'm wearing itchy and scratchy.
Stop and smell the flowers. All right, what else? What else about Elon? We got 6 minutes.
I mean, I have more stuff about AI, but I don't have more stuff about Elon.
Oh, AI, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'll do this quote real quick. So like Neuralink, you know, the whole point of them is there's a wide variety of reasons for you to have a connection to your brain. People with spinal injuries, neurological conditions, seizures, paralysis, brain damage, depression. Elon said, these can all be solved with an implantable neural link. The neurons are like wiring, and you kind of need an electronic thing to solve an electronic problem. That's his smart quote. You kind of need it. You kind of need it.
How many blunts did he have before he said that?
Yeah.
At least one. At least one.
I just laughed going, oh, that's kind of a...
But he's not wrong. I mean, he's not wrong.
No.
No. I mean, he's phrased it like an idiot, but like, I get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How... And I'm not asking this like an asshole or to make fun of the guy, but like...
Great preface.
How smart is Elon Musk? Like, I get that he clearly has to be like some kind of like business smart,
Yeah.
but is he like doctor smart? Like,
Well,
if
that
one of us like were to like, oh shit, I need like brain surgery done, is he that smart where he's like, hey, I got this, boom? Or is he like, I got money smart and I can hire the right people,
that's
and
my
they're
question.
the ones who can do that?
That's my question
That's a
too.
great
Is he
question.
a Steve Jobs or is he Microsoft Bill? What's his name?
Gates. He did go to like a big school. I forget which one, like probably an Ivy League school. I don't remember which one. And
Well, isn't he from Sweden or something?
yeah.
And he went to college in America.
Right, I don't know.
That's his problem.
He took away a
Red flag.
scholarship.
I'm saying this.
Boom.
But his
Boom,
family grew
boom.
up out here and they had money.
Great.
And so of course a family with money, he goes to a big school and he's got a
Heard of the
credible
biggest.
degree. I should look it up. But like the initial things that he got into, he changed it so that he had the patent, but he didn't create any of that shit. What was the
Isn't that
first thing he did?
illegal?
No, it's just shady.
No,
I
yeah.
thought that's what Elizabeth Holmes got busted for.
Maybe.
Theranos.
He definitely had some
Sh-
shady
shine?
dealings with the first couple companies that he bought out.
Well,
I-
Aaron, what do you got?
I got.
Sorry, do you want to say something?
No. I think I would just. I'm looking forward to hearing from the huge mega millionaire billionaire who also knows how to do brain surgery, who also knows how to do
Ooh.
like
I want
heart
that guy.
surgeries.
I will
like,
say this: he went
President
to
Liberty
like,
should
where's
be
that
that
person
guy.
he went
at?
to the University of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
He got a
not
BS
big.
and a BA, and then he went to Stanford for a year.
Yeah, see, I feel like I know
My
people
sister
who've
went
done
to
that.
Stanford and she's
Yeah.
not that smart.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's a smart business guy with money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe we should.
I love that he went to Stanford. I mean Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's weird.
Can you?
that.
Are they the Huskies? Who are they?
The assholes.
Ah.
Yikes.
Yikes.
We got some axe to grind over here.
Well, listen, it's the arms of the University of Pennsylvania.
Well,
Private
I don't
Ivy
care
League
about
research
this.
I don't care about
university.
that
I
either.
don't fucking care about this. Let me read
Stop.
this really quick. In a Harvard Science Review from 2015, an article by William Brick. He stated that researchers asked by what year they would assign a 10%, 50%, and 90% chance of achieving human-level machine intelligence (HLMI). The median of years given for 50% confidence was 2040. So 50% of these researchers said by 2040, HLMI will have been achieved. 90% confidence was in 2080. This is 90% of these people said 2080 is when it would happen. And 20% said that we would never reach this, that we would never reach it.
That's where I'm at.
Nearly half of the researchers who responded are very confident HLMI will be created within 65 years.
Aaron, let me ask you this question.
What's up?
Do you think that secret military technology is far advanced as to what we see out here?
I think that it's advanced. I think that it's advanced, but not as like sci-fi advanced as we think it is.
Word.
Like I think that it's more advanced than what we have, like than this iPad. But I don't think that they're like walking through walls yet. I don't think they could see through a full solid wall yet. They can't like print a person. You know what I mean? Like they can't do that shit.
Have you seen the latest Invisible Man movie, the one with Elizabeth Moss?
Yes.
So like the whole thing there is he's invisible because he creates this suit that like the whole suit is just cameras. It's just like cameras
Oh boy.
that
That's
like
real.
cause like some like reflection where you can't like see him. And like when I saw that, I was like, we're 20 years away from that.
We already
Like,
have
that
it.
was like
They have a
just
version of that.
real enough where I bought it. I
They
was
have
like,
they have a fiber optic
uh-huh.
version where you see through the holes and see the other side. Oh snap! Got any plugs?
Quick.
Do I got any plugs?
Quick, we have 10 seconds.
Okay, hey, yeah, you guys should watch the movie Cloud Atlas. I have nothing to do with it, but I love it.
Mystery
And you
Science
should watch
Theater, man.
Malcolm X.
Get
I
on
love
the
it.
Gigaplex.
And Mystery Science Theater on the Gizmoplex.
Thank you for watching Real Life Sci-Fi.
Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you.
Thank you.